Hello everyone, this is Master Ritzman and welcome again to another episode of Mathematics Online. Feel free to pause the video whenever needed and try to solve the problems by yourself. In this episode, we are going to learn about quadratic equations in one variable. Here are our objectives. Number 1. Students will be able to identify quadratic equations in one variable. 2. Students will be able to explain why and why not the equations are quadratic equations in one variable. And last but not least, students will be able to understand how to convert equations into general form. By definition, a quadratic equation in one variable is any equation that has only one variable or unknown and the highest power of x is 2. It can be written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. This is what we call the general form of equations, where x is a variable and a, b, and c are constants. For example, 3x squared plus 5x minus 10 is equal to 0. Negative x squared plus 6x plus 7 is equal to 0. Consider the following. Let us try and analyze the given equations below. Here is letter A. This equation is a quadratic equation in one variable since the highest power of x is 2 and there is only one variable. In general form, this equation can be written as x squared minus x is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are constants and where a is not equal to 0. Now let's move on to letter B. Is this a quadratic equation in one variable? No, it isn't. This equation is not a quadratic equation in one variable because it doesn't have an equal sign. For this to qualify as a quadratic equation in one variable, it should be written at least as x squared minus 9x plus 9 is equal to 0, where x is the only variable and a, b, and c are constants with a is not equal to 0. Letter C. When both sides are multiplied by x, the highest power of x is 2, and it has only one variable. This means that this equation is a quadratic equation in one variable. To transform this equation to general form, we can do it this way. Where x is the only variable and a, b, and c are constants with a is not equal to 0. Next, letter D. This equation is not a quadratic equation in one variable because it has x and y as its variables. For it to qualify as a quadratic equation in one variable, it should at least be written as x squared is equal to 7 plus x. And finally, letter E. This equation is not a quadratic equation in one variable. When both sides are multiplied by x, the highest power becomes 3. When we try to change it into general form, it will go this way. We always remember that the highest value of the exponent in a quadratic equation should only be 2. And that is all for this lesson. Thank you and goodbye. See you next time.